let's get to the point where they unpause. I want to talk about the comps real quick. This is very popular. I feel like Korean teams in general, not just Korean contenders teams, lean a lot heavier on the Winston Zarya Anna Brig. That's like this right here as a core. And then I think the DPS are quite flexible. I think a lot of teams prefer the Tracer, but I think this is the most flexible spot on the roster for each team. You could put an Echo here. How do I draw? You could put an Echo. You could play Kree. It's so hard to draw with a mouse. Sombra. And then you got the Ashe. But that's probably the 4 variations of the comp that I see the most. Some teams play Ashe Echo, some teams play Ashe Tracer, some play Sombra Tracer, some play Kree Tracer. There's so many different variations. It just depends on player strengths for each team and the map. But just from what I've seen, I feel like Ashe Tracer is still the most popular DPS duo that I've seen so far. I feel like I see Ashe Tracer like everywhere. I think Ashe has snuck her way back in because Ashe, in my opinion, is the most flexible of the DPS. Ashe is good into rush. Ashe is good into dive mirrors. Ashe is good into... You can play Ashe anywhere. You can play Ashe anywhere. Like, you could put Ashe in any comp, and I wouldn't say it's a bad pick. Like, you could put Ashe into anything, and so I rate Ashe very highly. Like, I quite like Ashe as a pick. So, we'll see the difference between the comps. See how it plays out. Interesting from New York. They're playing the Ashe, and they opt to play inside. I feel like a lot of Ashe teams end up like playing towards main more for better sightlines, but side's fine too. And they get popped off, get picked pretty quickly here. I need to use the arrow keys to. Okay. Can I pause with space? I can. Okay. Okay, so Yakban goes in. He bubble trades at the choke, and he gets cleave. But what happens with him is Charge ends up going second with their bubble combo. So now Bianca and Yakpang are cut off from the heals, and they're not pushing through. So Yakpang is just completely cut off from getting healed. And when they lose the fight just off that. It's not always better to go first in these bubble trades. Bianca's charged up. They're playing together. It's good. Good pocket on a Friday. Really good peel. New York is still in this, though. Crazily enough. Yakpang's back. That's the that's potential. That is the carry potential of a Zarya Brig combo with the flex support, either the Zen or the Ana. Just the amount of healing you can pump onto your Zarya to carry, like very goat-esque type healing, and a Zarya can just hard carry a fight and stay alive. Okay, so Flora ended up going to the Kree. It's a good swap into Sombra Tracer instead of the Ashe, so completely fine with that swap. It's also probably better here if you're going to be playing on point in these closed hallways. Like, McCree is very good here. Like, fighting anywhere in this area inside or on the other side as well over here, it's so good. Whereas if you're playing Ashe, you want to play more on the high ground to more play for the outside area over here and here. But the Kree played inside very good, so I like the swap. Okay, the Nano went in early. Rio gets cut off because all of Charge backed up from the Nano Monkey, and he ends up being split and he gets picked off from the Kree. I assume got flashbanged. Okay, but now Charge have the Nano advantage. You'll probably see a Nano Monkey on the other side. But it's very hard to execute a Nano Monkey unless you get very, very, very good bubble timing and jump timing. But they did it. They pick off Flora. But Feather and Yakpang just assassinate the backline. Relative ease. Yakpang is going crazy so far. Doesn't seem like he's doing much, but his timing's very good. Of like when he goes on people, he takes relatively low damage, but is just doing so much. Like I don't think he's taken more than 100 damage this fight, and he's confirmed 3 or 4 kills. Still, hasn't taken more than like 200 damage. Ooh, I think Mandu's shielded their broker. So far, Yakpong has been going crazy. Okay, so Mandu has the rally, but Yakpong still has his primal. They end up going in early and engaging. It's so hard to see what's going on with the POVs, but that's just to be expected with open scrims. Jonek dies, I'm assuming to a dive at main. Floor pops high noon. I think that was rather ambitious to try and high noon there. Yeah, that's a good point. The stats, like, I guess I'm not looking at stats enough, but I mean, look at the damage comparisons. Like, Yakpong's taken 1600 damage. I think this is final blows here at the 5. I think this is deaths. So he's died once. He's got 5 final blows, 600 damage, and equals amount of damage. But Rio's taken almost double to triple the amount of damage with relatively the same stats. So Yakpong is doing a lot with little resources. Why the numbers up there? It's stats. Every scrim lobby has these.
만두 선수 랠리가 빠질 거고 이제 관건은 얼마나 속도 내려서 카리브 선수가 나노가 채워지기 전에 우리가 먼저 나노로 가느냐인데 뭔가 느리죠.
Okay, they're gonna go with an monkey early here. Yakpong is just gonna take infinite amount of space with this. Ooh, good sleep though. Still, he has primal. He's still gonna be buying so much space. Friday Ames gets picked off there. They're doing a good job of stopping Yakpong though from doing a lot here. Because Yakpong's been in the backline the entire time, but hasn't really done much. No, Myosotis they didn't. Nice little melee to cancel the hack there. The Choice A1's locator had to have been broken. Did he get like stunned or something? What happened there? He like stunned? No, he gets bursted. Either his translocator died or he just got bursted and didn't recall in time. Again, Yakpong is just gonna make a ridiculous amount of space here because he has primal. Oh, he's tanking so much. He gets a kill, confirms a kill, tanks the nano Zarya, and now has primaling. Oh, Feather ends up walking into that grab there. That's tough. Good sleep on the Winston. So far, Yakpong's been a difference maker. He's doing so much with so little. I feel like. Not seeing SVP on NYXL. Yeah, this is just a different era of New York, right? Like, they have very clearly dropped everything that ties them from their old rosters besides Jonek. Everything else is new. Whereas before they had like kept the core and they were like trying to make little adjustments, but then they just threw everything out, which I don't disagree with, to be honest. After like 3 years of relatively same or worse results, I think most teams blow it up at that point. Kriv does so much damage as a support. Yeah, well, Kriv doesn't feel like he's a support, you know? He's a fucking damage dealer. And he's also like a top N in the game. He's more in the thick of things, where I feel like Jonak is playing a little more back, a little more reserved. Oh, how long is... No, chat, if you guys want to know what scrims are like, it's like this. We're just random pauses. It takes you forever to start a round. This is scrims in a nutshell. Okay, so we have rush mirrors here. So like I said, I assume they're going to play rush on maps where it's good. The only difference is Bianca's running the D.Va, while Krong is running the Zarya. This is really good. I like what Flora and Friday are doing here. There's no D.Va to stop the flanks, so hitting flanks this Kree is very valuable. There's nothing really to stop you, besides the enemy Kree. But Flora keeps continuing to put pressure on the side, so they have to worry about more than one angle, which is very good. I feel like I'm not a big fan of where they placed that window there. Let me go back a little bit.
이번 터이 진짜 중요한. 상대팀 괴롭히고.
I understand wanting to be using window first here, but this window is so limited. The only area you can shoot through is this little doorway. It's so easy to line aside this doorway. What up, Whisperliner? Yeah, you're so limited in what you can do here with this window. Like, yeah, you'll get a good initial burst of damage, but all they have to do is walk up here, and they're completely out of line of sight. And then
상대팀 불사도 먼저.
keep the fight going. They drop bubbles. Look, they push forward here. They line of sight the window, and then they go main, and they drop a window of their own. And now their window has so much. You can do so much more with Charge's window.
비앙카 선수가 터져서 아마 한탄.
Oh, Kriv? Yeah, Kriv's just a DPS player. Like, look at this. How much health? 200 health?
터져서 아마.
Oh my god, he two bursts him. Oh my god. Look at his health. Chat, let's see what his max let's see what his health was. 202,
비앙카 선수가 터져서.
two bursts, dead.
되지 않을까.
Sheesh. Kriv laid his ass out. He gets traded though by Feather, but oh, that's a big freeze from Choice A1.
이거는
Yeah, Kriv definitely had a triple headshot there through the window. That's crazy.
잘 썼는데 상대팀도 불사가 빠졌고요. 근데 우리 팀.
That was kind of a BAP differential on that first fight there. Kriv got so much more value out of his window.
이제 나중에 좀 치고 나가면서 좀.
Yeah, I mean, Jonek's always been known for NSN, and his BAP's always been a little lackluster, but I thought that goes for a lot of players. I think it's very rare for flex supports to have the Anazit and the BAP. It's very, very rare.
팀이 뭐 삼광망치 이런 거 노릴 수도 있고 이제 좀 봐야죠. 라인 한번 보겠습니다. 망치도.
You don't get your violet level players every day, you know? Okay, they force out the ice, they force out the self bubble.
망치 조심해야죠.
Ooh. Not sure if I like that blizzard from Feather there. So he saw the Zarya self bubbled, and he immediately dropped blizzard, but he didn't account for the speed from Mondu still. So the blizzard ended up going and catching air here. That is Flora top left here. Flora again, he is abusing the fact that Krong's on Zarya, and there's nobody that can deal with this position. This is so much pressure. This alone right here is like a fight-winning play, because that is so much pressure on the high ground. Now, basically, nobody can sit here, nobody can sit here, nobody can sit here. They have to LOS everywhere, because they don't. They run the risk of getting flash fanned here or flash headshot. So this play, and why I don't like running Zarya that much, is that plays like this go completely unchecked unless the Lucio wants to go for it. But Flora has done a good job identifying the comp differential there, and he's abusing the fact that there's no diva. Okay, so they beat, and I think they have their BAP go up, and they deal with Flora, but he gets counterbeated, and I don't think Kriv can do anything about it. How do they use Grav here? So they trade beats. Ooh, Yakpong. Hold on, let's go back. How does his Let's watch Yakpong here. Okay. His shield's at 500. Okay. He counteracts the beat aggression by shattering the Mei, which is fine. 200 shield. Ooh, okay. That was very good from Yakpong. He got a lot of value out of that fight. And Krong grabs the corner, but I don't know if I like Krong using grab in this way, because it's very easy to just lamp it. Like, it's very easy to just drop a lamp like this. And even this lamp is, like, not that great. Like, Jonak could have easily put the lamp here, or, like, somewhere in this corner over here, and it would have been even better. But I think Krong is just... This is also the added pressure from the diva, is Krong is just scared to grab in a way where we can get more value. Inherently, just because there's a diva on the map, he has to try and grab corners. So, that's why I highly rate the diva pick.
장군전에는 이게 제가 옵저버에는 안 잡혔는데 근데 이제 상대 팀이 사실상 궁극기도 유리해가지고 충분히 먼저 올만 했는데 앞공간을 성향 때문인지 몰라도 다 내주는 바람에
실질적으로 만두 선수가 먼저 비트를 찍으면서
근데 지금 위험해요.
What the fuck is going on down here? Jesus.
근데 우리 쪽도 변수를 내서
A diva bomb went off. Feather somehow found himself in their stairs underneath. Now they're backing up. How are they using window here? Oh, no. Not good. Not good. Again.
바티스트 궁.
What's his health? 108, 120. Boom, one burst. Dude, Kriv's aim on the BAP is cracked. But that was dog shit positioning from Jonak. That was like actually like fucking F tier positioning. Like, what is he doing here? Like, what does this accomplish? He has no line of sight. He has no corners to play. He has nowhere to jump to. And he swings wide from his Rhine. And he just gets fucking one pumped by Kriv. Because Kriv is just better at the BAP.
여기서 킨 건지 모르겠습니다. 아쉽네요.
Flora again, though, taking an angle. Flora's been great so far in the Kree. He's been the only thing keeping him in these rounds, I think.
아쉽다고 생각하는 것은 이게 분명히 앞에서 패더 선수가 죽었을 때 제가 기억하기로는 쪼덕 선수 바티스트 궁이 있었거든요. 필만 하지 않았을까.
For some people, this hero just click and
뒤로 물러나서 써봤자 지각이 안 나오기 때문에.
Jonak's BAP, he's gonna have to work on it.
상대팀
What's this here?
자탄이 차기 전에 메이 궁으로 빠르게 한번 가면은 좋을 것 같은데.
Oh, he just walled his own teammate in.
그대로 썼어야 말씀대로
Feather.
합니다.
Oh, Feather on the Mei. I'm not feeling the Feather Mei.
우리 라인을 잡아
I am not feeling the Feather Mei.
자탄이 차버렸어요.
네,
버틸 수 있을지.
From what I mean, just from what I'm seeing, like, New York just does not have players who look that comfortable on their heroes in his comp. Like, they just do not look that comfortable on their heroes. I think Flores look good. I think Yakpungus look good. Bianca's good on the Diva, but, like, Feather, Mei, and Jonak BAP seem to have been a problem.
이게 힘들 것 같죠?
Feather's Mei was uncharacteristically bad. That's he's usually a beast on it. Alright, I'll take your word for it.
고양이에 한 명씩
But yeah, that was not a good showing on the Mei that round.
하면서 이대로 1대1이 됐습니다.
일단
어떤 부분이 제일 아쉬웠나요?
첫 한타에 바티스트 봤어야 됐어.
I'm expecting to see probably Sombra Tracer mirrors
유리한 그냥 결론은
on this one.
그냥
Yeah,
요약해서 말하면 유리한.
this is a good map for Sombra Tracer. A lot of teams like it.
네, 그러면 그 부분에 대해서 이번
Alright, but we are seeing a different approach here.
될는지
Um,
좋은 모습을 보일지
New York's going for the ball Diva Zen,
캐태킹
the faster,
했으니까
kind of self-reliant tanks who rely on your flankers a lot. Well,
중요한 게
um,
양팀 솜브레
Charge is playing the Ana Winston Zarya comp, the double bubble.
지금은 뭐 무난하게 하고 있네요.
What you're going to want to see from New York is them facilitating their flankers with the orb and discording specifically the Winston and hard poking him out here. It should be very hard for Rio to find engages and play the game. Like he's already been forced to use his bubble,
같은 경우에는
and it's very hard for him to hold space.
딜러들에게 많이
So their backline's going to have to get very aggressive with their Zarya and take some space.
말씀드리는 것처럼 이제 조화가
Because New York just controls the point.
이거는 딜러 선수가 코를
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
들이대고
Absolutely dominated the flanker war there. They had nowhere to go. Not enough resources.
빨리 빠지면 안 되거든요.
네. 지금 트레이서 지금 조화 틀에 이게 저희 조합 같은 경우에는 보통 이제 사이드를 가는 인원한테 조화를 주면서 사이드
New York needs to be very careful here. They need to push at the same time here. Okay.
네, 하지만
Cleaned it up.
트레이서가 먼저 잡혀버려서 이긴 했습니다. 그리고 상대 팀이 제 생각에 그냥 먼저 왔어야 됐어요.
I'm interested to see how Charge's flankers change the way they play the game. Because it's very hard with the orb difference, the Zen difference. It's very hard to play the game. Also, I have to say, like, look at New York's damage numbers. Very even. Like 12k, 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 12k. It's very rare you have your team that's that evenly distributing their damage. And I'm especially surprised Yakpung is keeping up with damage with the rest of his team.
충분히가 아니라 사실상 죽을 수가 없거든요.
Do you eat translocator? No, cannot.
아마 상대 팀이 그 랠리가 있다고 체크가 된지.
Okay, so Kriv has Nano. They really need to push the tempo here. The longer they wait, the harder it is for their flankers and their tanks, specifically their Winston, to do anything. So I want to see a very quick Nano. Ooh. Ooh, that is not to be underrated from Friday. That's a very good play from Friday. I just said that, like, I want to Charge to go fast, and Charge is attempting to go fast here. He's looking to jump right here. He flails him. He knocks away the Nano Winston potential, right? He goes in. He's pocketing the slam with the early pack. That's just solid mechanical break play from Friday there. Nice little clip.
패더 선수의 이제 EMP로 이제 먼저 템포를 빨리 잡아가지고 저희가 이제 승리를 하면서 지금 저 거점 포인트가 어느새 60%가 넘었어요.
Yeah, main support is a role where like finding players that can play like everything at a good level, it's very hard because there's like two different eras of main support players. There's like people that can flex like Bat Brig, and there are like main supports that play old main supports that play Lucio Mercy. It's very hard to find one that can do it all.
네.
I think main supports are
네, 아직 못 썼습니다.
very hard to come by.
이제 힐러공 있기 때문에
Okay, so they're going to over the top view. So Chose One's trying to set up an EMP here. I wonder if having the Winston go in first like he did from here is gonna scare Jonak into trancing early, and they're gonna fuck up the EMP.
만 하면 돼요.
Nope.
반응했는데
Does he get it?
반응을 못했는데
No, he does get it off. Jonak does not react to that. Friday reacts.
그거는 쪼나기
Okay.
반응을 했어야 됩니다.
So they use Nano and EMP to clean up Jonak's trance.
버텨요.
It's very hard now for New York to sustain.
아니, 그게 아니더라도
Looks like they'll just call it here. Just try and farm EMP or something and call it a day.
이 턴을 레디로 넘기겠다는 건 약간 날로 먹는 심보가 아닌가. 상대팀 자탄이 있다고 체크돼서 그런지 몰라도 자탄 그냥 먹으면 된다는 마인드로 해야 되거든요.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why New York relies on
근데 그래도 페더 선수가 EMP를 많이
rally reacting instead of trance reacting, because trance is like a guaranteed like your important character stays alive, whereas rally it's like you can still burst through rally, right?
좀 가져갈 수 있는
You have to play perfectly to keep your Zen alive with the rally.
EMP를 되게 많이 채워주네요.
Oh, Rio is just giving them EMP here. Oh, that is just gross.
잡고 이렇게 되면은 정리가 되고
That is just gross.
EMP를 40%를 채워줬습니다. 대체 상황에서.
The graph that, yeah, that is potential.
아쉬운 게 아니죠.
I thought that's greedy though. I think that's really greedy to play like that around the EMP.
들어가면서 이제 광저우는 비빌 수 있나요? 아 이렇게
For me, I feel like that's a big comp diff. Like I think you can make the Winston Zarya work into the Ball Diva Zen comps, but not on those open maps like that. I think it's very hard to make it work on the open maps.
잠시
Very hard. I much prefer the ball comps there. What was Rio doing? It looks like he was setting up for an early dive, but let's go. Who's the Korean name? Is that Gwangbun? How you say his name? Mike Haley's in. Ivy. It's Ivy. Okay.
리오 선수니까 윈스
Okay, so Ivy and Flora and Mike Haley and Eileen.
네.
Um,
지금 뭐 일단 띄워놓기로는 아직
I mean, Mike Haley's supposed to be the shit as well, so
지금 광저우가 애쉬랑 이제
we'll see. Ooh, what are they? They're playing Somber Reaper defense.
슈퍼의 변
쓰는 턴타 대처.
Very interesting to play Somber Reaper defense. I thought that's pretty unorthodox.
봤습니다.
상대팀이 첫 턴타 대처를 어떻게 할지.
Where I feel like
지금 지켜보고
Charge is playing a more standard comp.
지금 순동기가
I feel like what they're playing is very. I feel like almost nobody plays this comp here, or plays this comp in general anymore. Oh, they're gonna go rush?
이거는 뭐 현명한 선택.
They're going rush. They're just gonna say fuck you. We're gonna play on their own. Okay,
옛날 컨텐더스
respectable swap.
이런 메타였던 적이 있었거든요. 근데 이제 많은 팀들이 이런 식으로
But I mean, New York's gonna have a real hard time. Specifically Yakpong. He's gonna have a really fucking hard time into this.
지금 그러면 광저우가 들고
Yeah.
어떻게 보면은 저희 조합의 카운터
That's like why when you're like preparing a defense as like a coach or like as a team, you can't play comps that attacks can just counter comp. You know, like
일단은
all it takes for the attacking team is to go back to spawn and pick a counter comp and you can't win. Or like it's very hard to win.
지금 그래도
네, 할
You know, like you have to pick something that's very flexible, which is why I'm a big believer in Ashe, because Ashe is like the most flexible DPS in terms of like where you play it and for what comps.
지금 말씀대로 쫀하게
그럼 이제
Okay, so we have a Colmere.
우리가 누가 먼저 찾았는데
All things considered, New York's, I mean,
바꿨기 때문에
oh, that's a big shatter. Florida's gonna die there. Oh, good Matrix.
페어가 됐습니다.
Good Matrix use from Bianca there.
할만합니다. 누를 것 같아요.
But just the longer the fights go on, the worse it is for New York. Oh, so many ults being traded here. I need to go back. Okay, so they shatter. Yakpung's hacked. Yakpung is dead. It's 6v5.
할만합니다.
They rip an EMP here, I think. They hit the Reaper. Okay, they don't hit the Lucio. They counter with beat. And then because they beat... Oh, wow, that's... I don't know if... Maybe he had to here. Maybe Friday had to beat here.
그러면 또
But now my Kaylee just gets a free EMP.
EMP를 맞았는데
I think out of everything, the only questionable decision for New York yet I think about is like Friday's beat usage. Like, did Friday have to beat there?
서버가
They were grabbed, yeah, but
때문에 이격이 돼서
if you beat there in the EMP, you just lose, you know? Like, you have to think about it. Like, it's very hard to use beat in these comps, but
이격이 돼버린 바람에 이제 다음은
if you just beat the grab, you just lose, right? Like,
또 리퍼공을 어떻게 활용할지 그리고 이제 용화를 어떻게 채워서 어떻게 쓸지
이렇게 이러고 보니까 지금 광저우가 조합을 빨리 바꾼 게 어떻게
would they have
보면은
EMP if you didn't beat?
입장에서는
Hard to say for sure.
네.
Floor is dead.
리퍼공
Okay, decent death blossom from Ivy. Yeah, this is a good spot.
편하게 용화가 차면은 아마 다시 한번 가지 않을까
바로 들어가네요.
Hmm.
리퍼공
What's Yakpong's HP going into this?
맞고요 케어 잘 됐고
He's like full.
편하게 용화가 차면은
I think what they were priming to do is do a coal push, but look at this. He just sits there and tanks their entire team. Ah, that was pretty bad from Yakpong. I want to see Yakpong swap anyways. I want to see him go Ryan. I really want to see him go Ryan. Yeah, thank you. If you're gonna rush mirror, like there's just no fucking way you keep the Winston here.
상대팀이 자탄
Do you know who's really good at ult tracking an owl?
폭을 들고 있었는지는 좀 많이 아쉽긴
Odds
해요.
are
왜냐면은
the
조합이
teams with the the best teams.
왜
I can't. I don't know. I've never. You have to
네.
listen to the comps to know. Generally, the best teams have good ult tracking though.
기도 좀 판단이 잘 안 설 거예요.
EMP도 곧 찹니다. 던지네요.
What happened here?
EMP도 곧 찹니다.
Why does Bianca bomb?
던지네요.
Did he bomb because he was about to get hacked?
나올 것 같아서 그냥 미리 던진 것 같은데. 잠깐 걸리고 EMP.
That's not good. That is not good. I'm assuming Bianca bombs because he. Okay, so Bianca knows they have grab, right? Bianca knows they have grab, and he knows they probably have Reaper ult. So he's like, if I lose my suit here, if I get hacked, they're gonna get free grab and free blossom, but that happens anyways.
아 이거
So him bombing basically gives them a free big grab.
잠깐 걸리고 EMP.
Yeah, that's tough.
아쉬운 모습들이 지금 연이어 나오고 있습니다.
요거는 까고 말해서 비앙카 선수가 자폭 썼으면은 이런 일 없었을
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that hand hack opened up a load of options for Charge on the attack.
네, 조합을 무조건 바꿨어야 됐거든요.
이런 솔직한 해설.
Okay, so Ivy says fuck Sombra, Bianca says fuck Diva, so they're going even harder into the rush here. And they're playing May Reaper.
자리아로 바꿨습니다.
이제 문제는 상대팀 EMP가 오는데 EMP 망치가 오거든요. 이거 막을 방법이 없어요. 예. 막을 수 있는
Okay,
방법은
so
이제
Friday
상대
definitely knows they have EMP the way he's
예,
playing.
찍어줘야죠. 이거 비트 찍어봐.
Good beat. Ah, just a hair late, but I don't know if he could have reacted any earlier there.
체크가 잘못된 건지.
I do not envy
하면은 그냥 한 턴에 대해서
Lucio
이렇게
players.
좋다.
That does not seem like very much fun to have to perfectly beat every EMP. That feels very hard.
예, 근데 상대팀이 화물 분배가 좀 안 돼서 이거 사이클
That feels
하면은
very hard.
지금 좀 있으면 약속 선수의
Okay, so Jonak does not window for damage here. He just windowing literally. Oh, he got popped there. He's windowing just to keep his team alive. Yeah, this is tough. They got snowballed really hard off that EMP fight. If that beat could have saved Yakpong from earlier, they had a much better chance of holding here, but they're just going to get snowballed. Oof.
저는 뭐
Oof.
할 일이 없고 이게 오버워치가 이런 게임이
Yeah, if I was New York after this map, I would not mirror rush.
털었어야 돼.
I would be looking to counter.
바꿨네.
Wait, what? Oh.
우리 팀
아이엠블대에서 이제 공격에 있을 때랑
Ain't Diva
수비랑
better?
있을 때 조금 더
Yeah, I mean, I prefer Diva, but Sorry is pretty decent on that third point because it's so so enclosed. There's not really high grounds to play off of.
그렇죠. 예, 상성상 라자가 유리할 수밖에 없어서.
Sorry is probably better on third, but the other parts definitely Diva.
그렇죠. 예, 조합 보고 나서
Yep. So New York goes back to kind of standard.
애쉬 있다, 트레 있다.
I want to see if they swap.
이걸로 가자.
Do they do the same? Again, what? So Charge? Wait, no. I'm reading this wrong. Sorry. New York is sticking with the Sombra Reaper.
지금 그러면 아까 전에는
Oh.
광저우가 먼저 조합을 보고 조합을 바꿨을
Okay.
때 저희의 조합을 카운터하는 조합이었어요.
This is basically Koreans' attempt saying, hey, we want to play something like Rush, but we don't want to play Rush.
한다라고 볼 수 있을까요?
그냥 근소 우위 정도라고 생각하시면 될 것 같아요.
Ooh, Kriv. Kriv and Sleeping Sombra. His name had better do it, and he gets laid out.
파리스 선수를
So NYXL comp better on attack. Yes.
이거는
Because if you play it on defense, like I said, if you play comps like this on defense that are very
조합을 바꿔서 했지. 예.
um
아니면
what's the word for it?
그냥 해도
Very
되긴
linear,
하거든요.
very
포인트는
one style centric, teams can just counter it.
또 할
But if you
만하고.
play it on attack, like you're the ones countering the comps, right? You kind of dictate what's being played in a sense.
제가 체크를 제대로 못했는데 1포인트를 밀었을
Yeah, guys, I think teams play Ash.
빠르죠?
예, 근데 뭐 큰 힘은 없습니다.
I agree that I think Kree's probably better, but I feel like teams play Ash.
여기부터가 문제거든요.
I don't know why teams play Ash, because like nobody really like.
그렇기 때문에
If you're into teams that played more like Rush, I'd get like running Ash more.
사용했어요. 애쉬는 죽었지만 이제 지금
I think Koreans just rate Ash so highly.
누가 깨웠죠? 손하게 저기 날아다니는.
I feel like Korean teams just rate Ash so highly. I'm a big Ash fan too. I like Ash.
를 찍었는데
What the fuck? I'm talking about Ash. I can't tell what the fuck is going on here. Okay,
왜냐면 여기부터가 문제고.
let me go back.
를 밀었을 때 시간이 저희가
Okay,
근소하게 빠르죠.
so they get the cart to the choke.
예, 근데 뭐 큰 힘은 없습니다.
Yeah, so they're waiting to get the cart to choke. And while they're getting the cart to choke, they're not wasting any time, and they're letting the animation of the cart go through, and then they're like, alright, while the animation of the cart is going through, we're gonna like fight and like take space. I think that's very smart to utilize the fact that you can't move the cart anyways, so you might as well fucking run into them, right? Again, another fucking nutty sleep from Karuv. Not like it's gonna do anything though. He's likely to die here. Rio fucks Jonak up. Okay. Oh wow, nice boop from Yakpong on Friday there.
리오 선수가
All things considered, that was a pretty good fight from York. I really like. Okay, I like that locator spot. That's something summer players can learn from here.
잘 써가지고
Using bushes to hide your locators, very high value. For whatever reason, it kicked it out there, but it's a very good spot to use generally.
공부하고 되게 위험할 뻔했는데
그럼 이번에는 저희가 EMP랑 이제 리퍼공 주고 그
Yeah, you don't use Crate for his ult.
놔도 될까요? 아니면 자탄 변수가 조금 있을까요?
이제 먼저
Okay, good from Flora again. He used another thing summer players you can learn from. He used I don't know if it cancels the voice line, but it makes it harder. Something along the lines where it's harder to hear the Sombra unstealthing if he does it around LOS. So he LOS is the Ash here.
그 리퍼공이 있기
LOS line of sight for people that don't know. So he lines the sights, the Ash, and then he pops out and
먼저 거는 팀이 이겨요.
pumps him. That was good.
근데 칼린 선수 이격돼서 먼저
Solo EMP to keep tempo up. I really like that play. The monkey's not gonna die though. Hmm.
우리도 영인구
Damn, how'd the monkey not die? He gets bubble.
근데
He gets bubble and Mondu. Holy shit, this is a big play from Mondu.
잡으면 상관없어.
Mondu and Krong bail out the Winston.
근데 자탄은 1인 영인구
I actually quite liked the solo EMP to be honest. I thought they could kill him very easily.
잡고 있고요. 쓰기는 애매해 보이는데
The Diva players. Moment of sadness when you realize you don't eat the nade and now you can't kill anything.
근데 저는
Oh, grab whiff? Did I miss a grab whiff? Did I miss a grab whiff? Oh, I did miss a grab whiff.
EMP를
1인공 걸었는데 잡으면 상관없습니다.
He trying.
근데
Who's he trying to grab? The Reaper? Yeah, that's tough.
우리도 영인구 기안카 선수 잡고 있고요. 쓰기는 애매해 보이는데
Alright, that fight's over. They get the nade off and they can't kill anything anymore.
저건 상관이 없는데 못 잡는 바람에 이렇게 일이 커지지 않았나.
템포를 저희가 먼저 잡으려고 했으나 이제 정리가 안 됨으로써
Look at the stats here. The Reaper's doing.
네, 이거는 이제
God, I feel like the damage number is just so low.
리퍼 건다고 아니 윈스턴 건다고 했는데
네.
Just overall.
랠리도 있어서 탱커 거는 것도 나쁘지 않아.
I mean, an Ash has only done 4,000.
못 잡으면
for Ash, that's
상관이
like-
때문에
Little baby numbers.
윈스턴가 또 이게
Why did he coach that way?
건다고 했는데
네.
상대팀 랠리도 있어서 탱커 거는 것도 나쁘지 않은데 리퍼
Where is he? So he's.
팀
Why the fuck did he coach that way?
애쉬가 또 이격됐어요. 그래서 상대팀이 EMP를 또 돌렸네요.
Oh, interesting choice from Michaela there.
플로라 선수 지금
That was pretty bad positioning.
하면서도 굉장히 빨라요.
You gotta know that a rush comp's going through castle, right? Like,
잡아야죠.
계속 이렇게 EMP를
either scouting was very poor there, or he just had poor positioning.
사실 그 EMP 쓰고 나서도 한타가 되게 길어졌기 때문에
Yeah, I'm not really liking how Mike Haley's been playing this so far. I'm agreeing with that one. There's just no way like a team of Charge's level isn't properly scouting where a rush comp is going. Like, there's no way they didn't know. They had done that exact same push before too, so it's not like some fucking foreign concept they're gonna push through castle. Yeah, I just don't buy that was a scouting problem. I think that's just a Mike Haley problem. Okay, New York is going into their fucking spawn. What prompts them to go into their spawn? Is it because Bob's on cart? I don't know if I'd rate that decision. I don't know if I rate that decision. Their sports get left behind and get fucked in the choke. Yeah. See, the problem with this, like, I just don't know what the trigger is to go inside here. So they bob. Like, what does Yakpunk see? What does Yakpunk see that makes him want to go all the way in? Right? Like, if I'm fucking, like, I don't know about Winston players, but if I'm Diva and I'm right here and I'm like, bro, I can't fucking go through there. That's not good. Yeah, I would not have pushed the chokes there. That seemed a little too aggressive. Now, because Charge used all of their ults, whoever called this, they go. I don't know if I kind of rate this decision. They used all of their ults. They're not losing anything by going rush here, but they keep the Ana, right? Do they keep the Ana? They keep no. They go Moira, but they use all of their ults, so they just switch to a better comp. How's Jonak dead? How does Jonak die here? Oh, what? Where'd he go? Wait, hold on. I need to frame by frame this. Where did this man go? He's 180 HP. He gets fire striked and triple orbed by a Lucio. Brutal. That is a brutal way to lose a Moira in a rush comp. It looks like it doesn't matter because they just had big ults, but I don't think Charge picked this knowing. I think Charge picked this. Like, if this was a match, I wouldn't hate this because Charge picked this for third point, right? I don't think they picked this to, like, win second by any means. This is kind of like, let's get on a better comp for the rest of the game type situation because we use all our ults. I could be wrong, but they're probably going to have to take another fight here. Yeah, it's just over. 6-man AMP. Just wipe it up. Stop the cart. But now this is where Charge just start coming online here. I don't know if I rate going Zarya though. The more I think about it, the more I think you should just play fucking Diva. You just get, I don't know. I feel like Zarya just get ran the fuck over versus these comps. Nice job scouting from Kariv. Mike Haley dies though, man. Can't be dying for it. It's a good EMP though. He got 5, so I guess he did his job. Yeah, I mean, I've been rating Flora's. I think Flora's Samura's looked very. He looks very what's the word for it? Comfortable, studied on the Sombra. You know, he gets like the flow of the hero. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think having just the Rhine is enough of. It's enough of a better comp that you don't need the Zarya too. Flores picked up first Sombra. That makes sense. He looks pretty good on it. Like, Mike Haley's done more damage, but I mean, Flora's impact at the top, like the right times, has been very good. I just think fucking New York is dumb for continuing to play the Winston. Especially here. Like, I know they had Primal, but fuck. being stuck on a Winston here for a minute and a half. Oh my. Okay, what's going on here?
젊으시잖아요.
죄송합니다.
Yakpunk. Okay, that's I like the use of Primal. That was very good use of Primal. Knocking the Zarya. Makes it 65. They look for a shatter. They use double support ult.
방치 별로 안 맞아서.
들어가고
Oh, look how close these ults are from going online. Friday just now gets his beat.
사용하면 안 돼.
The EMP counters it with beat.
잘 들어.
They counter EMP. What ult isn't being used is the good question.
지금 굉장히 난전이 이루어지고 있는데 킬피드에 지금 하나둘씩 지금 저희가 승전보를 울리고 있어요. 약통 선수가 가서 이제 비비는 사람
That was a good play from Friday and Flora. Friday and Flora coming out with a counter beat and a counter EMP was fucking perfectly timed.
있지 않을까라고 기대를 해보는데 지금 모르겠네요.
Well, I think Charge has been on the better comp for majority of the map. I don't rate
다 민걸로.
their decision or Krong's decision to be playing the Zarya as much as he does,
상당히.
네.
사실 공격은
especially into Reaper comps.
그런 게 두세 장면
But that wasn't a terrible attack from New York.
있다고 생각합니다.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what inspires him to play Zarya into his comps. It does not seem very fun. Now does New York have Guangbung? I don't know how to fucking say his name, man. Yeah, I mean, he was one of the few players that I watch play at the contenders level, and he fucks. Like, this man pulls out his fucking raw dick and he fucks. This man fucks on the hit scan. That shit is just not right.
무난히 대처할 수 있는 조합이고. 자, 이때 재밌는 포인트 게이지 50, 게이지 22. 야, 이제 우리 팀 이득. 예.
This dude pounds on the hit scan.
강승희 선수가
아.
또 지금 헤드를 한데 지금 강민 선수가 위도를 들고 있어서 어떤 변수
I remember seeing that at one of these Ash clips. Maybe it was on Ilios where he just fucking went
심이란 게 있잖아요.
bananas, like absolutely wild.
상대팀도 이제
The only difference in comps here is that
체력바가 안 보이네.
Guangbung's on the Widow, which I've had KSP on my team, and if your hit scan player says, "Nah, I don't want to play Asher, I want to play Widow," you don't say no, right? Like you let him do it. If you have any sort of faith in your hit scan player, you let the man play Widow.
예.
Like you think I ever said, "Hey Kai, I don't think we should play Widow here."
근소하게나마 쪼닥 선수를 지금
Hell no.
지금 보면 칼리 선수
Hell no.
잘하는 거예요. 이거 200짜리 말고 안 쐈거든요, 제가 봤을 때.
Kai, you want to play Widow? You play Widow, man. You do your
나
thing.
빨리 삽니다.
Carry me. Guangbung and Ivy are playing.
네, 실제로 지금 카리브 선수의 나노는 거의 왔어요. 지금
이거 따줘야죠. 아, 까비. 예. 나노 먼저 갈 것 같은데요?
He hasn't gotten any big picks yet, but
나노 먼저
he's
오죠.
definitely put a good amount of pressure down.
바로 나노
Having a Widow is pressure within itself. Okay, pops Rio there.
사실 잡으면 나노
This is an awful POV to be watching, unfortunately. So it looks like. So I like the way New York's attacking here. I don't know how the cart got to where it's at now. Like, look at cart. Who is stopping cart here?
이거 따줘야죠. 아, 까비.
Where is Eileen? What is Eileen doing? Why is he letting cart go this far? Why is he not matching the tracer? Eileen is way too focused on following up on the dive here. Eileen is way too focused on following up on dive here. Look at this. Look at cart. Ivy's taken 0 damage and he's pushed the cart almost all the way to the end. And Eileen died.
근데
Oh, that is just.
뭔가
I'm just gonna say tracer diff on that one.
광저 측에서.
I'm just gonna say tracer diff on this one because that is a pathetic defense they just put up there.
광봉 선수가
You cannot let the cart move all the way from bottom choke to almost capping on this point. There's just no way.
근데 되려 이제
There is just no way.
네, 이제 광봉 선수가 만들어준 기회를 이제 못 살린. 광봉 선수 어떻게 보면 기회를 만들어줬는데.
No shot.
이제 이렇게 되면은 오히려 이제 쪼낙 선수의 나노가 돌아오기 때문에 이제
Okay.
카리브 선수를 잡았고
까비.
Oh, he died, but that was a nice shot.
우리도 이제
Oh, Yakpong, you gonna finish your plate? Oh, Yakpong. Okay.
지금
I mean, what's Eileen know for? Eileen's more of like a flex player, not like a hard tracer player, right? It's very hard for flex players, like true flex players, to keep up on tracer.
보여주나요?
Tracer is one of those heroes where like you need to be putting a lot of hours into it. Okay, that's kind of the problem with Widow though. Is with, like Widow is just fucking.
까비. 아 힐벤으로 정리하네.
Oh shit.
구립니다 여러분. 위도
Oh, it's a grav.
역시 트레이서는 좀
위도가 이렇게 구립니다.
He did play Tracer from last year, yeah, but I mean, Charge was also wasn't very good last year.
아 힐벤으로 정리하네요. 네.
Big grav from Bianca.
힐벤도 힐벤이고.
I don't know how and why Charge was that grouped up, but
좀만
really nice grab to just send it there from Bianca.
도움이 안 됐을 텐데.
Charge? Yeah, Charge last year wasn't very good, were they? He was decent.
고독한 싸움으로.
They were decent.
어떻게 보면 저희가 흘리고 나서
They won a tourney.
밀고 있어요. 뉴욕이.
Would you say Charge was a top team last year? That's kind of what I mean by not very good. When I say very good, I mean like consistently at the top.
네, 스노우볼이 커요. 참.
They were decent, I feel like. Middle of the pack.
접근하는 거를 지금 답으로 먼저 지금 막으려고 할 것 같은데 아니면 나노를 채우고
They beat Shanghai. I mean, yeah, and we beat Shock. Does that mean we were a top team?
네, 저희가 바로 걸어버려.
No.
네, 저희가 점수를 많이 냈네요. 아이비 선수. 아 이거 진로를 많이 찍어야 되는데. 죄송.
크롱 선수가 지금 자탄을 썼음에도
They reminded me a lot of Paris. They were like Korean Paris, where like they were very, very, very good, or like at least very solid in metas they were good at, and then there was metas where they were just not like non-existent. It feels like.
지금 밥을 던져서 지금 지금 화물을 막으려고 했던 것.
So yeah, they were decent, right? Like they had their moments. They were very good sometimes, but they were also
절대 아닌 것 같습니다.
이제 지금 있는 거는 카리.
another comparison would probably be Seoul, where Seoul was like legit like the best team in the game on some comps, and then the worst team in the game on some comps. That's more of an extreme version though. Seoul is kind of like more like the extreme version of like inconsistent.
오죠? 나노로.
All right, what the fuck is going on here?
이제 상대팀
So they got the card to this far. They have their backline probably bottom right, rotating to high ground. This is a good peel.
힐벤이 잘안 들어갔고.
Ah, it's just not a good spot to be against an Anna Winston though.
죽어줘야죠.
Rio just went crazy.
죽어주는 건 상대팀에 대한 예의가 아니에요. 나이스.
Okay,
그래도 1m.
2 kill, make it 3. Okay.
선수. 이렇게 되면은 이제 사실 궁극기상으로 저희가 지금 굉장히 유리한 것 같죠. 지금 광주는 지금 돌아오는 궁이 없거든요.
They were good at double shield Genji. Well, Paris was also good at double shield Genji. So yeah, the Korean Paris
위도우를 꺼내고 어떻게
comparison holds up.
상당히 중요하지 않을까. 네. 왜냐면 이게 아무리 공이 유리해도
I think that comparison holds up.
점수 낼수 있거든요, 이 맵은. 윈스턴이 먼저 뛰었네요. 상대팀. 윈스턴 공
Charge would
없는
dumpster you.
이러면 지금
I'd hope so. I don't play the game anymore.
썼기 때문에 상대방 위도우 위치를
와.
Oh.
이러면 지금 강동희 선수가 지금 궁을 썼기 때문에 상대방 위도우 위치를 확인할 수가 있어요.
Nice shot.
그리고 바로 잡아버렸네요.
치네.
You can say you can do as many has-beens, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but it doesn't matter. We didn't play each other, so.
정리가 됐고
펄스 자탄 되죠? 네, 쿨하게 던져버리고.
그러면 밀 수 있을 것 같습니다. 지금 마지막 비비기 시간이라도 태우자는 광저우의 의도인 것 같고요.
이거는 반대로 저희도 궁을 이만큼 썼으면은 이제 위도우가 변수를 내는 게 아니면
Let me go back and watch this one more time.
위도우 위치를
와.
All starts off on the Widow headshot.
상대팀. 윈스턴 공 없는
Yeah, respect from my Kaylee for taking the duel, huh?
지금 강동희 선수가
Respect.
지금 궁을 썼기 때문에 상대방 위도우 위치를
와.
확인할 수가 있어요. 그리고 바로 잡아버렸네요.
Rio also just dies. It's just fair. They have no ults. They're getting snowballed. This is very cookie cutter. Like they lost a duel. They're Winston fed. It's just over at that point.
선수가 정리가 됐고
펄스 자탄 되죠? 네, 쿨하게 던져버리고.
그러면 밀 수 있을 것 같습니다. 지금 마지막 비비기 시간이라도 태우자.
I just think it's funny that people are trying to tilt me. Like, oh, this team would have beat you, buddy.
이만큼 썼으면은 이제
I don't fucking care. I'm retired.
변수를 내는 게 아니면 저희가 예의상 미는 게
생각보다 되게 순조롭게 3포인트까지 밀면서
감독님이 시키는 재미 좀 봐야죠. 위도가 재밌어요. 위도 싸움이.
Dude, he's getting the Kefri treatment. Look at him. He's got the fucking bubble. He's got the Kefri treatment. Look at him go.
이제 좀 예측을 해서 힐벤을 던졌는데 맞지는 않은 것 같고요.
자, 이제 게이지 한번.
New York good or Charge bad?
기분 나쁘죠.
I think New York good.
선택 유저라서 긍정이 느낌 됩니다.
I think New York good.
저는 이제 또 힐러기 때문에
먼저 가네요. 먼저 갔는데.
That's what I think.
왜 왔니?
I've always been a big Bianca fan. Ever since XL2, I've been on the Bianca hype train. I've liked Bianca as an off tank. Yakpung looks refreshed and rejuvenated as a main tank. Friday, apparently a player who's like on the worst Korean contenders team is like he's actually pretty solid, at least in the brig. Jonak is Jonak.
그거 맞나요?
Guangbung just fucking pounds on the hit skin. Jeez, I'm losing my
안
voice.
맞았어요. 이건 원래 죽었는데 너무 그 훅 없이 패기롭게.
I don't want to keep comparing people to us, but it reminds me a lot of us last year. We're like,
전반적으로는 뭐 팀이 이겼기 때문에 본인도 살 수 있지 않았나라는 생각이 들고요.
그렇죠. 근데 이제 저런 방심이 이제 네, 여기까지 하겠습니다.
like they have rookie talent, so people are writing them off. But
그 감독님이 보는 시선이랑 이제
네,
저는
다르기 때문에. 네.
그렇죠.
yeah, and there's Ivy. I mean, and honestly, I gotta say Ivy's bad, but
되게
he's been rather unnoticeable so far in the series. But I mean, he made the C9. He's making plays, so like,
중요한 건
doesn't matter if he's unnoticeable, as long as he's doing his job correctly.
이걸 이제 윈스턴한테 쓸 것
방금
같죠?
아이 컨택 했죠. 이제 나한테 달라. 너희 나노로.
I got lost my train of thought. I wasn't meaning to forget Ivy.
이제가 나눠
Do I think this NYXL roster is better than last year's roster?
아, 네.
I think they have a higher skill ceiling. I think they have more potential.
변수를 내지는 못했어요.
Yeah, actually, I do.
선이.
선수가 죽었어요.
그리고 이제
So the Nano Winston.
아, 네. 손학 선수가 뭔가
I feel like Nano Winsoning this deep is always a mistake. Like, if you want a Nano Winston, you should end up, like, on the top bridge. Let's see if I can find a screenshot. You should end up, like, here, where the tracer is, not all the way back where he was. Where's Gaga? Gaga plays for Chengdu, not either of these teams.
변수를 내지는 못했어요. 하여튼 윈스턴이
지금 약포 선수가 죽었어요. 지금 나노턴을 썼는데 지금 사상자가 오히려 먼저 났고요. 그럼 이제 반대로 이제 광저우에서 나노턴을 쓰죠.
보여주나?
Yeah, that's kind of just an over-engagement, an overextension from New York, going for that Nano Winston as far as they did.
내주네요, 양쪽 다.
And then Charge just capitalizes on New York backing up and goes for a Nano Winston over their own. Again, giving him bubble, looking for kills.
다른 점이
You can tell they just have supreme faith in this guy's fucking Widow.
윈스턴한테 줬으면은 이제 좀
Mono's better. I don't know. That remains to be seen. I'm not saying Mono is bad. I think Mono is great.
톡방이 안 보수나요?
But he's been kind of at the same skill level. I feel like the past 3 years, I haven't like. I don't think he's gotten any better or worse.
지금은 이제 프라이데이 선수를 이제 괴롭히려고 하는데 결국에는 근데 랠리를 뽑아냈어요.
자탄 잘 걸었죠?
네, 힐밴도 잘 하고 있어요. 지금은 이제 프라이데이 선수
Okay, so Rio is primaling.
하는데
I don't know who the fuck he's primaling in this areas there. Anna maybe?
자탄 잘 걸었죠?
The grab hit the tracer. Yakpung kills my Kaylee.
아 힐팩 뺏어야죠. 아쉽네요. 이런 팀에게 의지하는 마인드 좋지 않아.
Yeah, it's another thing where these bit rates so low. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on.
아쉽네요. 근데 뭐 근데 궁은 대형 궁을 두 개나 썼기 때문에 이것도 이제 이기는 게 예의가 아니었나. 광저는 기분이 좋죠. 저도.
그렇죠. 지금 광저 입장에서는 지금 자탄하고 또 랠리가
네.
있고
좋기보다는 이제
Looks like the 13-year-old is coming to my chat for attention. Don't give it to him, chat.
상대 대형골이 뽑혔으니까 잘해보자 화이팅 뭐 이런 느낌.
Okay, good sleep on a Yakpung.
이번타는 광저가 많이 유리한 걸로 보이는데
자리를 먹은 걸 어떻게 활용하냐 이제 우리 팀은.
지금 저희가 먼저 나노를 썼어요. 지금 먼저
I don't know where the fuck that pulse bomb went, but he got a kill with it, so nice.
자리아를 보고 붙였는데 브리기테가 죽죠? 네. 오 마이칼리. 오 마이칼리. 오
That is an ego challenge from my Kelly I've ever seen one.
일어난지 여러분은 관심 없잖아요. 네. 랠리를 켰기 때문에 뭐 이제 랠리 키고 밀고 들어왔을 게 아닐까. 랠리 키고 들어왔는데 랠리 키고
Oh my god.
들어왔으니까.
He grappled.
랠리 키고 들어왔는데
Oh my god. You know how hard that is to hit a shot when your crosshair is shaking like that from a drop? That is so hard. Look at him. Oh my god. Okay, nice.
자탄까지 썼네요.
자탄 이걸 감독님 말씀하신 것처럼
예, 예의상 밀려주는 게. 아 근데 이제 아쉬운 거는 아까 말씀드린 대로 이제 저희가 자리가
All right,
좋았으니까
let's just get this out of the way because it's gonna happen at some point. Goodbye. Anybody else? Who's next? Oh, it was gonna happen anyway, so might as well just ban him now, right?
이제 그거를 좀 살렸어야 되는데.
그리고 사실
그래서 브리기테를 잡아낸 것까진 무척 좋았는데 얘 생각해보니까 브리기테가 부착 맞고 죽었네요. 랠리 키고.
Okay,
네.
let's get back to
뒷라인 뭐 한 거지?
reviewing the game.
네, 뭔가 뒷라인에 사고가 있었나 봐요.
Okay, they pop walls.
이건 아이비 선수가 엄청 잘해준 거고 만두 선수가 실수한 거고 우리가 무조건 이겼어야 됐어요. 뒷라인에 무슨 액시던트가.
Yeah, I don't think my Kaylee is bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I would definitely rate Guangbong like as a better hit scan.
그냥 못했다는 소리죠. 그러니까
That's word for it.
잘했는데 팀이 못했다.
라는 거를
네, 그럼 이제 아이비
Just got some weirdo saying some weird shit. I don't know. I didn't know who he's talking about. Just some 14-year-old with nothing better to do with their time in my chat. It's alright.
팀 게임은 원래 그렇게 하는 거.
Happens from time to time.
아이비 선수 아주
Good dive. But really good heal. I mean, Crib's fucking full HP here.
키고 드리블. 뒷라인도 잘 생겼고.
Really good dive though. Even though Crib lived for a good period of time, that's just such a good spot to catch. Ooh, nice shot. Such a good
재밌다.
spot to catch
이겼네요.
catch their team. Even though it's out of your Widow LOS, if you have Primal and your Monkey is pocketed there, it's just cleave damage is just so good.
이제 위도 궁을 킬 텐데 이제 그걸 어떻게 대처를 하냐. 쪼낙을 화면을 볼게요. 자리가 좋아서 변수를 한번 만들어 줄 것 같은데.
네. 지금 저희 힐러궁은 둘 다 있어요.
광부 선수 물렸는데 살았네요. 위도 궁 키죠.
Okay,
이제부터
dude.
문제인데.
I don't know where I read it. Maybe it's like a joke, but like someone said Widow Walls wasn't that good, and I think Widow Walls are OP as fuck. Information in Overwatch is the most broken shit in the game. I think Walls is like a top 10 ult. I think Walls is so ridiculous. Like nobody in the game can peek when Walls is up. No, it wasn't from the Donkey video. No, it wasn't from the Donkey video. It was something else. It was something else. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't know where I saw it. It wasn't the Donkey video, though. I know what you're talking about, but it wasn't that. But Widow Walls is, like, such a good ult. Information in this game is just, it's just OP. Too strong. Giving your entire team perfect information on exactly where the enemy team is at. No longer having to scout.
이게 누를 줄 알았는데. 웬일로 되게 침착하네.
Yeah, it's arguably a top 5 ult. Arguably a top 5 ult.
할만해요. 근데 이거 푸대 선수랑 이격이 돼서 푸대 선수 빨리 돌아와야죠. 예, 빨리 돌아와야죠.
돌아가고 있어요. 지금
예.
쇼나한테 돌아가고 있고.
정공 선수 또.
Holy fuck, how many 14-year-olds are in my chat today?
게임인데 팀이 다 해주세요 이제. 예. 다음
저희가
턴은
반대로
근데.
이제
I would hope the professional player who still plays the game is better than me.
상대방은 위도
I would really hope so, man.
해요.
뭔가
I genuinely would hope. I would hope the guy who still plays the game professionally on a top 5 team is better than me.
지금 말씀대로 지금 안 오고 있긴 해요. 그 시간은 지금 이제
You're gonna try and rile me up. You gotta get something better. You gotta do
그럼
something
이제
better.
푸대랑 랠리로 게이지를 채우려고 했는데 기분 나쁘죠. 예, 5밖에 안 차. 오, 잘 썼어요. 잘 썼어요.
힐벤도 들어가고. 광고까지
까지
또
해주고.
잡았어요.
Ah, streamer,
제가 안 볼 때만.
pro player better than you. Funny. Haha.
방금은 비앙카 선수가 위도공 활용 잘 했어요.
네,
거의 끝나가는 그거였는데 포지션이 보여가지고 이제 원시 돌고 랠리 돌고 이번 턴은 서로 할만해요. 진짜 서로 할만한데.
네, 그러면
Look at dude. This is how you know you've got a good Widow player on your hands. This is how you know you've got a good. This guy has a fucking operator on his hands, man. This guy has an operator. Look at him. He's fucking opping. Look at him. Look at him. This is how you know you've got a good Widow player. They're holding angles like they're playing fucking CS. This is how you know you've got one of the best. Okay, he misses the shot, but it's the thought that counts, right? Oh, okay, he gets the kill on my candidate though, so it works out. Okay, Rio trades on to Guangbong. 4v4. Eileen pulses the Tracer. Do you stick him?
저도 됩니다. 예, 이기면 좋고.
If so, nice.
저도 이기는 거랄까?
같진 않은데 오히려 이기고
네,
있어요.
이기면
That's tough for Mike Haley. He was getting jumped on by the Widow, and he's expected to win the duel at the same time. That's fucking hard to pull off. Did they C9 there? Cause somebody was touched? No, Eileen died.
이기면 좋고.
Rio's 1 HP. Nah, it's just over.
아, 이렇게 마무리가 되네요.
오늘 이제 1포인트가 1
정리 미치네. 미닛 브레이크.
Hanamura. Probably not gonna see any, yeah, they're taking out Gwangbun. It's not a hit scan map. You could run Ash, but holy shit, this break. Okay, let's just skip it here.
할 수 있는 건가요? 아니면 뭐 어떻게
비밀입니다.
뭐라고 해? 아,
네.
비밀이니까. 아, 알겠습니다.
네, 이걸 알려주면은 재미가 없죠.
아, 재미가 없을 뿐만
그냥 저희
아니라
딜러들은
안
다 잘하니까.
Yeah, you could play the Ash here.
하면 됩니다.
Wait,
되죠.
the Ash is still Gwangbun, right?
위도를 계속
Okay,
들고
I just keep messing up the names.
모르지만.
So they took out Ivy.
상대
So they take out Ivy
중요한 건 이제 라인을
because they plan on
쓰니까
playing the Tracer more.
아닐까. 라인을 안 쓰면 이제 뭐 솔직히
Gwangbun right now is the guy playing Ash on New York.
근데
아,
리퍼를
I'm not-
쓰고 에일리언
What I need to learn from New York is like
봐서는 네, 안할 것
their
같아요.
DPS roles and what like who they have in and why. Because I don't know the reasoning yet.
네, 무난한 조합을 하네요. 미러전. 노잼.
I don't know the reasoning yet.
노잼인가요?
네, 노잼. 하나무란 좀 노잼이긴 해.
Feather seems to be like their hard Tracer player though. I could be wrong.
지금 싸움이 12가 걸렸어요. 일단
일선-
한번 빠져나왔는데
일단 저 죽여야 되지 않나요? 너무 괘씸한데. 까비. 게이지 볼까요 한번?
Oh, he sent an unban request? That's funny. I never understand why people come to chat and do shit like that and expect to not get banned.
강구이 선수를 찾고 있어요.
Should I pause and check the unban request real quick? Let's see here.
맞나요, 이거?
지금 케일리 선수가 돌았는데 지금 확인이 됐죠?
오, 이거 약간 선수 위험해요.
지금 리오 선수도 지금 네, 지금 둘 다 지금 살아났.
Let's see here. Let's see if we got any goodies. Unban request. I'm sorry for calling your diva shit. I'm entitled to an opinion, but calling me a 14-year-old isn't right. I apologize for my actions, and it won't happen again. What do you think, chat? What are we thinking on this one? Apparently calling people 14-year-olds is wrong. Chat, do I have to make a tweet longer? Do I have to apologize for calling him a 14-year-old? Do I have to apologize? Do I need to draft a twit longer? He's 13, don't insult him. Free him, second chance. He's probably got like 5 other accounts watching, so what's the point of keeping him banned, right? I'm childish, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the 14-year-old.
살아갔죠? 현욱 선수의 지금 나노가 빨리 돌아가서 나노 컵을 먼저 잡아갔어요.
오, 잘했어요. 어떤 포기하고 가는 판단이 좋았습니다.
사실 결과론적으로는 지금 거점 한 칸도 주지 않은 상태에서
What'd I miss? What'd I miss? I was too busy telling that kid to Ligma.
리오 선수도
일선
한번 빠져나왔는데
일선 저 죽여야 되지 않나요? 너무 괘씸한데. 까비. 게이지 볼까요 한번? 상대도 까비.
Okay, so Rio goes in first. They go to point. Yeah, he goes to point.
강구이 선수를 찾고 있어요.
And they hard dive main. Force out both bubbles. Rio comes back and bubbles to choke.
돌았는데 지금 확인이
Feather is just operating in the back lines.
위험해요.
리오 선수도 지금 네, 지금 둘 다 지금 살아갔죠? 현욱 선수의 지금 나노가
Yeah, Feather just catches him off by surprise here because he was still behind him. So that's good positioning from Feather.
어떤 포기하고 가는 판단이 좋았습니다.
사실 결과론적으로는 지금 거점 한 칸도
Feather seems to be like, from what I'm seeing from this match,
저 원래
Guangbung is the hard hit scan player. Feather is their chaser player. What's his fucking name? Flora is more like their somber flex.
중계는 원래 좀
And then Ivy is like their hard flex, like their flex player.
그런 거 원하잖아요.
What is with chat tonight?
네.
Anybody know? What's going on here?
상황을 좀 다시 말씀드리면 이번에는 지금 광저우의
아유.
나노 턴이에요. 지금 윈스턴이 나노를 받았고
What is with the chat tonight?
네,
버티고 있죠.
잘 버티고 있어요. 좀 있으면은 이제 저희
재웠네요.
중앙으로 돌아와요.
딱 선수.
Chat's never like this.
필요도 없이 지금 넘겼어요 턴을 나노 턴을.
류현 선수 외로워요.
Chat's never like this.
아,
Feather tried to do the little parkour to get back up top.
예, 저는 올라갔어.
But Rio is now in the back lines.
네.
아쉽네요.
이제
Where is my man Rio?
잘하겠다 싶-
Half HP in the back. Oh, he's got primal. He's fine.
그런 건 아니면 제가 알려준 거 해주면 좋지 않나?
And he gets left. Yeah, Rio's not having a good map. That is for sure.
그냥 먼저 가네요.
Okay, solo grab. As the years go on, people realize that solo grabbing is just the way to play, man.
만만 나왔는데
Oh my god, he Kobe's that. Oh my god.
랠리로 넘기고 있고요.
Yeah, it's probably just the teenagers, man, you know?
여기서 못 이기면 집니다. 예.
Teenagers with nothing better to do than troll the 130 viewer streamer.
누구 잡아도 져요. 예. 더블 필요도 없어요. 지금 비앙카 선수 열심히. 더블 필요도 없는데 우리가 이긴다? 그건 그거대로 이상한 거예요.
오!
Is there a new unban request?
이상하네요, 뭔가.
이상한데요? 일단
이게 아닌데.
저 이상
No, I'm reading that. You guys want to see this unban request? Oh, this is some kinky shit. It's not TOS, right? Nah, that's not TOS. That's just it's not TOS. Nah, this ain't TOS. It's a little kinky, but I want the Oh man. Oh, you can't see? Why can't you see? Oh, this is no way. There you go. I want to fuck your dirty I can't even say it without laughing, man. Holy shit. First he says, I want to fuck your dirty little pussy. And then it says, I love you so much. I'm sorry for shit talking you. I hate you. Fucking weirdos, man. Holy shit. Sugma.
이상한데요?
이거 아니에요. 아직 진 거 같은데. 뭐지?
지금 이긴 것 같은데요?
헬레. 이건 제가 잘못한 게 아니라 자리를 잡았는데 미는 게 맞지 않나. 네.
어쨌든 결과론적으로는 잘 넘겼습니다 위기를.
지금 프라이데이 어디죠?
잘 넘겼어요. 근데 이제 카리브 선수의 나노가
Yeah, I'm getting trolled by a fucking like
이쪽에서 먼저
7 kids in a Discord.
오 잔다. 쪼나이 재울.
Yo, don't you guys got like homework to do or something?
나눠 있습니다. 이거 맞나?
나노이스가 그래서 말씀대로
You got anything better to do?
바로 들어간 것 같아요.
이거는 캐리병이에요. 예. 캐리병이거나 궁 체크가 안 됐거나.
Is there a
이거
link?
나눠 재웠어야 됐거든요.
네.
Yeah, here you go.
이번에는
This is Meter's Krong is like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch much of Krong's Zarya last season, but Krong was always known for his Diva and his Sigma, right?
밥을 던지긴 하는데 거점에 컨테스트는 안 되고요.
맞냐? 이건 변수 보러 갔어야 되는데.
지금 궁극기
I mean, his Sigma is like legit, like maybe the best in the game. That's good primal from Rio there.
근데 페서 선수가 계속
Since you're a Diva player, can you possibly help improve my ugly, sloppy gameplay? Well, apparently I'm an ugly, sloppy gamer as well, so I don't know if I'm capable of that.
알것 같네요.
추가 시간 있고
네, 이 정도면은 기분 좋죠. 예. 원래 진작 밀렸어야 되는데 제가 말한 시점에서 기분 좋죠 이 정도.
그렇죠. 네, 광복이 선수가 어느새 둠피스트를 들고 왔었어요.
아쉽네요. 사내팀 궁극기 체크가 안 됐다면 안 됐던 대로 아쉽고
네.
됐으면은 저 아나를 재우려고 하는 게 맞나 쪼낙 선수. 지금 뭔가 그 카리브 선수.
What even happened? How did they lose? I'm too busy talking about this shit. I think they just got Krong got prime off the map and they just got cleaned up.
기분 좋죠. 예.
For whatever reason, Guangboon's on the Doomfist.
안 됐던 대로 아쉽고
네.
됐으면은 저 아나를 재우려고 하는 게 맞나 쫀학선.
Krong, Gargoyle, and Hanbin
뭔가 그
were my top
선수에
3
대한 대항 유식인 라이벌
for Sigma.
몰라도
Maybe Void up there as well.
지금 궁극기상
Oh, did I know the camera back?
네, 광저우가 굉장히 좋네요.
Oh, you mean their camera changes.
먼저
Yeah.
던지고
밥 잘못 썼거든요.
네,
So they bob point. They bob point. They also bubble the bob. Wait, this is actually so fucking big brain. Hold on. This is actually so big brain.
됐던 대로 몰라도
This is big brain. Because like normally, if you just bobbed point, he would just get slept, right? And he wouldn't do anything. You could just sit on point.
이번에도 수능총
But now they bob and they have the Winston go and they drop the bubble on him. That's so big brain.
이번에도 수능총
먼저 던지고
밥 잘못 썼거든요.
So now he can't sleep it.
안 들어온 것 같죠?
오 자탄 잘 썼어요. 자탄 잘 썼어요.
They solo grab Zarya. He gets nanoed though. He counter. Ooh.
펀을 개못하네. 네.
That might have been on purpose. The way Charge played that. I think that was probably on purpose.
굉장히 좋네요.
이번에도 수능총
먼저 던지고
So they force.
밥 잘못 썼거든요.
There's just so much pressure coming out from Charge. The way they're attacking this. I really like how they're attacking this. They bob and send Monkey to point.
안 들어온 것 같죠?
They bait their Zarya up top.
썼어요. 자탄 잘
They nano him.
잘 썼고
And then he counter grabs the entire team.
진짜 펀을 개못하네. 네. 아깝네요.
Oh, that is just so much value from Charge.
왜 못 잡죠? 에반데.
어너스나
So much value.
아니 모르겠네요.
But Feather quickly trades on a Kaylee.
다른 친구들이.
Kaylee needs to stay alive there if possible.
대한 선수가 정치를 시전해야 돼요 바로. 잘 묶었는데 저거를 호응 못하는 게 말이 되냐?
But besides my Kaylee dying, how Charge has attacked this is literally a fucking textbook case of how to attack this point.
아, 외로워요.
비비는 시점에
Literally textbook. Like I don't think Charge could have attacked that second point any better.
일단은 저렇게
I wanna walk through it one more time. Cause this is quite literally textbook. If like anyone wants to see like how to attack second point here,
뭔가
This
그
is fucking
파이터
textbook.
선수에 대한 대항 유식인 라이벌 유식인지 몰라도 많이 아쉽네요.
yo, what's up, Gig?
지금 궁극기상은
Gigatron.
네, 광저우가 굉장히 좋네요.
이번에도
So again, I pointed out before.
밥 잘못
So they immediately pressure point. They send Bob and Winston on a point for point pressure, and they bubble it so it can't get slept. So there's pressure here on point. So now they have point pressure, so they have to worry about point.
네, 밥이 지금 거점에 안 들어온 것 같죠? 지금?
They're baiting Krong with the nano. This has to be on purpose. There's no other. This is no way this isn't on purpose. They're baiting Krong. He saves his bubble, gets nanoed. He counter grabs, and they rally. And as soon as he counter grabs, they immediately rally and run through, and they immediately get 2 kills.
무조건 잡았어야 되는데.
So it's 6v4. They've had point pressure going.
에반데.
어너스나
The only thing they did wrong. The only thing they did wrong was my Kaylee being caught out main. You see here, there's a Winston and a Tracer going on him. He's gonna die 100%. That's the only thing they've done wrong so far. Everything else, perfect.
아니 모르겠네요. 뭘 쏘고 있었는지. 다른
Rio immediately stops the Ash from free firing on the side.
정치를
They've got point pressure going with at least 2 people.
잘 묶었는데
Feather can't do anything because he's
저거를
no
호응
recall.
못하는 게 말이 되냐?
half health.
비앙카 선수가 지금 볼을
I mean, it's just a farm. Free farm. Again, Rio just hard making sure that Guangboon can't do anything.
이건 이제 팀 탓이 아닌가?
Bob wasn't on point.
저렇게 걸어도
It was the attempt though, right? Like they had their Winston on point. It was kind of it's the same idea, right? Where like
하면 최영식을 해야죠.
even if Bob wasn't on point because they stopped it, like they had the Winston with point pressure,
쳤으면
which I think is
죽는 거거든요.
having the one person, whether it's the Bob or the Winston, is what is important.
경기 중에 근데 그렇게 정치를 해도 되나요?
경기 중에 안 되지만 근데 뭐 예, 해야죠.
그러면
이러면서 선수가 계속 불리한 상황에서 킬을 내가지고
Okay, so New York is going for the rush strat,
그래서
which is
이번에는 공격을 하는
very popular in NA. I feel like. Ooh.
맞죠?
This is good though. They're pressuring him. They're making it hard for the TP. Like it's scary to TP. They hit a 6-man dynamite, which is also important, but they've gotten a point. They at this point, it's so hard for Charge to win. They've gotten a point. They've got their window charge coming up. They have the turrets on point, and they're relatively healthy. Like
이따가 힐밴을 먹느냐 못 먹느냐. 아 개봐. 이건 나도 먹었다.
really, I don't think you guys understand how important sleeping this diva is. I don't think you guys get it. Sneaking the sleep in like this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Jonak on the side here.
이제 디바가
Where's he at?
먹느냐
Look at this. Look at him sneaking that sleep through onto the diva right here. Ah, this is so fucking good.
못 먹느냐.
Sleeps, even though he gets woken up, it allows them to look for a nade and a dynamite. Like,
나도 먹었다.
it's so good. Crib fucking carries.
에반데? 보였는데. 아 에바다 진짜.
That is fucking massive from Kariv.
생각보다 교전이 오래 가고 있어요.
And even then, they might not win.
네.
네.
매우 아쉽네요. 이거
Another dynamite gets off though. I think Kaylee's gotten 3 dynamites off already, which is really big to stop rush.
아쉬움의 연속이 지금 이루어지고 있는데
망치.
That is no stretch of the imagination to say
자, 이 다음
that Kariv solo carry at this point. Kariv and my Kaylee.
이거 다 못 먹냐, 진짜 에바다.
They got the nades, they got the sleeps, they got all the dynamites off.
와,
그러면은
긴장했나?
Jonak BAP underrated? I don't know. I watched that one map on Oasis, and I wasn't a big fan of how Jonak played on BAP, but I could be wrong.
지금 가야죠. 그냥 안 가면 멍청. 근데 패드가 꼬여서 바로 가야죠. 그래도 가야죠. 그래도 가야 돼.
Okay, so now they're switching up the TP approach and going top left, which is not uncommon.
넘어왔어요. 넘어왔고
패더 선수의 메이궁기.
지금 벽을 쳤고 그다음에 에일린 선수의 펄스는 잘 안 들어갔어요. 다 사용하고
But this time, Charge has less time to play with because they got ticks last time. I don't know if I like Feather trying to 1v1 the Tracer here and get a headshot. That seems...
먼저 쓰고 네 바로
Where did that Blizzard go? He threw it through the window. Wow. He didn't do that on purpose. There's like a 0.0001% chance this guy did this on purpose, but... Look at this. He sneaks it through the window.
네 바로 메인
No shot he did that on purpose.
저 창틈 사이로 들어갔어요. 이건 이겨야죠. 예.
No shot that guy did it on purpose.
이거 첫 타자 때 이겼어야 됐어. 이거 진짜.
What I think of Friday? Friday's impressed me so far.
저거 왜 못 먹어?
Specifically his brig. I thought his brig was pretty good.
하나를
왜 끝나고 왔다 먹으면 렌탈 나가서 안 되고.
네.
끝나고.
How good is SimTP for first? It's pretty good. There's a reason teams run it, right? Like, it's pretty good. Especially if teams are playing, like,
경렬이
comps that aren't suited to counter rush.
팀버가 바티가 죽어서.
지금 약통 선수도 지금 없고요. 지금 이러면은 한번 더 다시
눌렀는데.
될것 같아요.
Don't really rate that Diva bomb there.
가야 돼요 나중에. 불사 못 누르고.
Jonak's got that beam on him.
소나기를 두 마리 잡아줘서.
Jonak's got the aim, that's for sure.
또 다음 스폰 되는 타이밍에 할 만한 할것 같은데.
네. 패더 선수가 지금 솔저를 들고 왔어요. 아니네요.
데뷔하려고 잠깐 했다가. 카이브 선수 멀거든요.
Alright, so they're still on the rush. But now they're off the sim. It's very hard to run sim once you aren't snowballing with the wall. It's also hard to run Mei here. I'm surprised they haven't swapped the Mei either. Good shatter though. Big shatter from Yakpong. Gets 2 down, I think. Bianca eats pulse. Good primal though from Rio. Man, there's so much going on here. Rio is going crazy. They might have the beat? No.
이거는 진짜 첫 타자 때 이겼어야 되는데. 이건 진짜 이렇게
2 pulses in a row? Yeah. I mean, Bianca is... I've said it earlier, but I rate
Very
Bianca.
cozy stream, McGravy. Thanks, my dude.
Yo, Shane Pickle, glad you like the stream, man. Thanks for 7 months, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bianca is going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be in the argument for one of the top off tanks this year. I really do believe that.
당황은 안 했어요. 그냥 이제 뭐랄까 짜증이 난달까.
Yeah, I think so.
채팅으로 와이낫 인 비앙카 아웃 가능.
Not like top 5, in my opinion, but he'll be like in the argument for like anything below that.
농담이 살만하네요.
오 패더 선수.
Yeah, that is, of course, if NYXL does well, right? If New York does well, then I think so. But off tank is a stack roll, but I do think he'll be in the conversation.
패더 선수가 2킬이나 먼저 따줘서.
I need to go back.
신 선수 또
So Eileen switches to the Doom, so they're on Doom Echo. And it's a good point for Doom, but
잘하는데 제가 보니까
kind of just did air there and died.
패더 선수가 2킬이나 먼저 따줘서.
지금 거점을 지금 밟고 있고 컨테스트가 되고 있기는 합니다만
I didn't even notice that Kaylee is the one on Echo.
자폭이 있습니다.
I'm going to assume my Kaylee does not have a very good Echo.
조요딜러가 살았으면은 제가 할만하다고 말씀드렸죠. 강봉이 선수가
Wow.
왜 맥크리로 온지 모르겠어요.
New York is sustaining here. Getting caught in this corner like this is not good. And being stuffed into the bottom left. This heavily favors the defense comp. It allows Echo and Doom to get rotations off and get a lot of value. Yeah.
오는 게 맞지 않나?
Were you surprised at all that Rascal basically didn't get signed?
혹시 계속 들고
That he did. Okay, that he got signed so late in the offseason. Yes and no.
그러면 지금 궁극기사
Yes and no.
광부인 선수의
I feel like
성향은 있고 망치는 곧
I don't know. It's so hard to say like the situation of people's free agency. Like,
나노가 있어요.
was he hard looking for a team to the very beginning, all from the start? Was he in tryouts? Like, nobody knows this stuff, so it's like there's so many variables.
오늘 패더가
So what's going on here?
볼 예정. 그다음에 리오 선수의
So they're on Creed Chaser now. I need to get this off my screen. They're on Creed Chaser now.
나노 지금 노릴까요, 먼저?
They're trying to run up top. They nano monkey at the start. That's just so hard. Doom gets so much value here. They kill Kriv.
네, 이러면
근데 져야죠.
Oh,
오늘 패더가
Friday gets his beat juggled. Look. You can't really see on the screen, but look, he pops beat. It hasn't gone off. He's getting juggled by the primal, and he dies.
근데 져야죠.
Oh,
네,
Rio.
져야죠.
Oh, I really wish they were on Rio POV there.
비트를 누르는 게 맞았나?
I really wish they were on Rio POV.
아깝네요. 네.
네. 모르겠네요. 아까 패더 보느냐고 점핑을 잘못해서. 네, 죄송.
옵저빙 굉장히 좋다는 반응 많던데요.
I think that's why a lot of Korean teams just don't like Rush, because like once you get stuck here,
범인 찾기.
it's very hard to get out of this.
시청자분들이 더 좋아하시지 않나.
Going point, yeah, going point or going like bottom right is probably like their only play. Going top doesn't seem very good for them.
이건 못 막을 수 있어요.
지금 광부인 선수
Okay, they pop high noon to take space, which is pretty standard for Rush. That was really risky from Mikele.
이게 맞나? 이거 맞나,
Yeah,
친구?
high noon and window are gonna be like your main like space makers.
대응을 했습니다만
여기 공 너무 많아서
Can't really see what's going on.
순수 나비 케어가 안 되는 상황에서 패더 선수가 똥꼬쇼 하고 이걸 똥꼬쇼?
There's that. Okay, feather with two, maybe potentially a third.
팀이 죽어요.
네, 근데 이
Okay.
상황에서는 지금
Wait,
두 선수의
they're clutching this up here. How did this go so wrong for Charge? How did this go so wrong? Where does Mondu reposition after trance?
나비
Where is he? I think Mondu is the little fucking speck you see over here. So he's over there, and he likely gets caught out by Tracer.
케어가 안 되는
Yeah, he's just getting 1v1 by Tracer, and he dies.
똥꼬쇼 하고
And then
이걸
Feather blinks through. And Feather kills both supports,
다 잡고 있는데 팀이
pretty much by himself.
네, 근데 이 상황에서는
Gakpung lives.
근데 교환이 아니라 생각보다 일방적인
Damn, that fell apart for Charge, but now they just need to get 0.
카메라 못
Can Rio get him to 0?
패더 선수가
No.
저한테 욕을
Yes,
하겠죠?
he can.
카메라 안 잡았냐. 근데 패더 선수가 잘했어요.
어,
이제 이 선수가 이제 삽질 한번 했는데
어?
맞나 싶을 정도로 패더 선수가 아나야타를 둘 다 잡아서 어떻게 잡았는지도 모르겠네요. 트레이스 혼자서. 미안합니다.
Enable pause champ?
선수.
No, we can't have Gutex on the channel, man.
시간에 이제 이
Gutex is a fucking conspiracy theorist, fucking anti whatever, fucking vaxxer dude. Can't be doing that.
저거를 잡아줬어요.
You can get one without Gutex,
왜 시간 차이가 납니까?
Sure.
이제 저 아나이 수면총 한 방이 이제 게임을 갈라.
but I'm not putting Gutex on this channel, unfortunately.
방금 전에 그
As much as he is iconic towards Twitch, no Gutex here.
네, 지금 코치
We ain't fucking with Gutex.
추가 시간 진행이 되고요. 이러면 다시 들었고요.
God, I want to finish this review up so I can go eat.
광저우는 루머를 하겠나 했더니 이제 아나로 다시
Is this one good? Is this good, chat? Is this your approval? Do you guys approve? Is this chat approved? Yeah? Alright. There you go. Pause champ. Can I get some pause champs in chat?
바꿨어요. 아니네요.
하네요.
루머를 하네요.
Of course, after refreshing. Hit a couple pause champs.
너는 얼마 또 이제 쏘냐? 한시 디바 있을 때.
Okay, so an attack?
비앙카가 선정.
God, what is... I'm very surprised teams are trying to play the Sombra Reaper. Very surprised. I do think Sombra Reaper has potential against teams that are defaulting a lot of Zarya. But I feel like if teams just go Diva, it just does not get that much value.
패더 선수가
Mikele gets his yeah, Mikele hasn't been having a good series.
손가락을 잡았어요.
He got his translocator caught out already.
패더 선수가 손가락을 뭐 10시간은 했을까라는 그 의구심이 들지 않나.
원래는 이제 보통 저희가 칼리 선수가 나오면은 이제 뭐 애쉬나 뭐 맥크리 이런 영웅들을 이제 생각을 하죠.
Yeah, see, this is the problem with Yakpung jumping in the way he does. He might die here. Is that you have no diva. Like, Matrix helps you stay alive way more than Bubble does against like these Reaper comps, but he lives, so.
단수만 안 나면은
오.
이길 것 같았어요.
네. 저는
Oh, Guangbun shooting through walls? Definitely cheating. Okay.
이거 나도 쓰고 이거.
Okay. Make it a third?
이거 정도는 해줘야죠 스나이퍼.
Oh.
이제 저는 되게 멋있었어요 방금.
저 정도 프리딜이면 무조건 해주는 게 맞습니다. 성 선수가 견제할 수 있는 상황이 아니기 때문에.
Yeah, Guangbun's in the Ash.
지금 제가 생각했을 때는 지금 변수가 될 만한
Without any discussion of Valorant itself, what do you think about the T1 on Skadoodle duo based on the skill level of those players from their original games? I mean, I think Ska's pretty good, but I think fuck, Michaela, you gotta stop dying. I think Ants is gonna struggle to start. I think Ants is like a future project. If I had to guess for T1, it's like a betting on the future, betting on him being very good in the future once he learns the game.
오. 힐맨 잘 맞췄어요.
Woo, Chonak,
할만하네요.
sexy,
이제 그러면
sexy in game and out.
잘 쏘네.
Big sleep too. Oh,
잘하네.
oh my god. Sheesh.
채워도 의미가 없지 않나. 내리 약해져서.
Overwatch doesn't make good Valorant players. I mean, FaZe is doing pretty good right now.
하이브만 잘한 게 아니었네.
That was a big carry from Jonak there at the end.
그러면은 오버워치가
Baby Biz, I mean, Baby Biz is like arguably a top player right now.
네, 이렇게 저희가 첫 공수 때는 이제 좀 아쉬운 모습들을 보이면서
So we have the last map coming up. This is good because I want to finish this and go make some food.
이게 생기신 것도 귀엽게 생기셨던데.
FaZe lost today. Yeah, I saw that. They were pretty off today from
아 진짜로.
what little I got to watch. Jihoon is in. They are definitely playing ball comps.
볼자.
야 하나무라 때 헤더 선수 잘한 거 못 찍어줬으니까 좀 보겠습니다.
Yeah, he who was not be named was like a top player as well. So
선수가 네.
I wouldn't say
시상도 재밌겠네요.
that.
네, 그럴 것 같아요.
I think Valorant players have a lot of respect for Overwatch players, from what I've heard. All right, so my Kaylee going with the Wid and Flora going.
이제 위도는 할게 없어.
Okay, so they don't probably plan on a lot of hit scan maps that they have Flora in. They're probably gonna lean more towards Sombra comps and the other two, but they have Flora flexing the Ash here.
물러왔어요? 진짜 물러왔어요? 3초도 안 걸린 것 같은데요? 근데 저희 소나기
Jonek's already dead.
소나기
Kron gets traded.
상대 자리까지 먹겠다 이랬는데.
I'm gonna assume Jihoon has the better ball of the two here.
볼 필요
Could be wrong.
죽어요 그냥.
Good peel though between Mandu and Kriv.
저는 위도가 좋다는 사람들 이해가
What am I eating? I'm probably just gonna make like a PB&J or something.
상향을 해줘야 돼요.
한번 말씀해 보시죠.
네? 어디에요?
광붕이랑 한번 말씀해 보시죠. 면담 한번 하셔야 될것 같아요.
강공이는 잘 쏘는 위도잖아요.
오케이 확인.
켈리 선수가 못 쏜다는 건 아니고 볼한테 너무 약해서.
저는 이해.
Yeah, man, you're just denied so much information when you're POVs only. There's only so much you can see, but it seems like Jihoon is going crazy in the back line.
뭐 하고 있는지
It's just so hard for me to analyze because I'm only seeing it for one player's POV. It's very hard.
봅시다. 예, 왜 저렇게 죽는지. 제가 봤을 때 죽을 떡이 아니에요.
Thoughts on Mike Haley?
그러니까
I watched him in what was it, the Nexus Cup or whatever the fuck it was called earlier, and he looked pretty solid on the hard hit scans, but his other flex heroes haven't been the best. And I think Guangbun has been the overall better hit scan player this series,
아닌 것 같은데.
at least from what I've seen. God, they're getting fucking mauled.
여기로 가자고 한 사람이
They're
있는
getting
거란 말이야.
mauled.
그 선수가 잘못한 거예요. 왜 여기로 왜 가? 궁이 없는데 사이틱스 다 있고. 이거는 말할 게 없습니다. 잘하고 못하고 없어요. 그냥 이거는 저 말을 한 사람이잖아요.
But Mike Haley wasn't terrible, but like specifically watching him play Sombra, his Sombra wasn't amazing by any means. Yeah, he's a solid pure hit scan. It looks like his other flex picks, specifically a Sombra, didn't seem that great.
범인 찾기가 정말 중요한.
Yeah, I don't really care who they're speccing. I just would prefer to like have an overhead, not like watching POVs. Watching POVs, you lack so much information. Okay, so Yakpung goes in early with a Mines dive, and Charge counters it with a rally, which is a fine answer. Feather goes in greedy, tries to look for pulse, and he dies for it. Floret, dude, they're just getting shit on.
이게 어쩔 수 없는 게.
This is not even close. And Friday pops a rally into 3v6. This is a chalked map. Don't see a way New York wins this one.
이게 참 게임이 야속합니다. 예. 이래서 위도우를 상향해야 돼요. 한타가 다 보이거든.
Yeah, Flora and Feather, it seems like this is like your Sombra Tracer team, but Sombra Tracer here is just not amazing. Ash is very good here on this map. Ash Widow.
우리도 어쩔 수 없이 걸었죠. 네, 어림없고.
So I assuming like if they're gonna play Ilios and have these two DPS in, they're gonna realize like this probably isn't their best map, but the other ones will probably be better. Game codes? I don't have the codes. All there is the scrim that they broadcasted.
이러면서 이번
I don't think there's any codes, unfortunately, that are publicly available.
듣고 있는 게 아니기 때문에
네.
누군가 말을 했겠죠. 이래서 위도우와 트레이서를
I've never had caviar.
트레이서 펄스 데미지 600.
It's any good?
게임이 뻔할 뻔짜면 재미가 없잖아요. 에코가 나왔네요.
에코 저희는 이제 에코 트레이서
Okay, so Feather plays the Echo. I was thinking maybe they played the Sombra here, but they're gonna play the Echo Winston here.
조합 차이가 좀 있습니다. 지금 뭐
제나타 이격됐죠.
오,
한 팀이.
조합에서 유불리가 있나요?
자 이제 그냥 제나타 이것도 정말 야속한 게임인 게.
Oh my god, get shit on, Eileen.
뉴욕 측이 또 스노볼 끊임없이.
So far, I've rated
볼 것도 없어요 이제.
I've rated New York's DPS
다음 턴
higher
나도
than
쳐서 이제
Charge's
타이밍
DPS
턴
overall.
죽고 다음 턴 이제 차 타서 가고 뭐 뻔할 뻔짜요 뻔짜. 이제
I quite like New York's DPS, especially like the set roles they have. Like all four of them seem to have a place.
그래서 위도우를 상향.
All four of them seem to have a place in their team, which is very rare, I feel like.
프로의 이제 최상위 경기에서는 헌재를
Yeah, Eileen has not had a good series, and Mike Haley has had a decent series.
노잼. 네, 노잼. 예, 근데 재미가 생겼어요.
I'd say for Charge, I actually think a highlight of Charge has been their supports.
개재미없죠. 변수가 나도 게임.
Oh, Chonak. Their supports have been great, though. I think their supports have been super consistent this series.
카리브 선수와 만도 선수랑 한번 갈린 걸로 지금 여러분은 2분을 다 보시고.
Like Mandu and Kriv seem to make a good duo from what I've seen so far.
광저우 선수들이 에코 집요하게 노리면서 에코가 좀 힘든 조합이긴 하거든요. 조합이. 이제 문제는 다음 턴인데 비앙카 선수가 자탄을.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for Charge if Kriv is firing it at 100% this season.
감독님이 말씀하셨듯이 이제 에코가 힘든 조합
Fucking love Kriv.
그런지 페더 선수가 그 솜브라로 바꿔.
I wish I'd gotten to play with Kriv.
그 솜브라가 사실은 볼 상대할 때 되게 용이하죠. 박수 선수가 만두 선수를 잡았고 프라이드 선수가 잘렸습니다만 아직
Oh, so smart from Kaylee. That was good from Kaylee.
필패기.
Instead of just let his locator get broken, he just went back and killed him. That was smart.
전 이해가 갑니다. 네.
Big pressure on Charge though.
트레이서가 그 뒷무빙을 쳐가지고.
Oh, that pack being hacked for their ball is so good.
거점을
그러니까 이제 그런 거죠. 맞는 판단을 했는데 이제 팀원이 안 와줬다 이런 식으로 정치를 할 수 있는 페더 선수.
What's going on here? What do they have? Krong almost has his grav.
했어요. 99.
Yukbong has primal.
못 비비나요?
And they C9.
자.
비빌
Yeah, so I think New York played a lot more to their strengths there with the comp.
게임 여기까지 왔습니다, 여러분.
They had Feather on the
그렇고 이안타도 그렇고 다
Echo instead of the
네,
DPS being swapped and having an Ash. Seems like they're playing more to their strengths here. And Jonak on the Ana. I mean, Jonak always is gonna fucking. Jonak will always fuck on the Ana. That is just a law of the land. Again with the Echo.
이번엔 고통 안 받을 수 있다는 자신감.
Again with the Echo here. Playing to their strengths, I feel like. A good Winston map as well. But this is very hard for Echo to operate because Ash will go up on top of point like he is now, and it's very hard for the Echo to close the distance there.
이게 좀 자리가
I want to do like more like breakdowns, but it's hard for me to do. Ooh. Kriv hits a right click from across the map on a Jonak. Ooh, he almost gets clipped though. Oh, he does get clipped. That was good from Florida to trade him out. I want to do more like drawing, more stuff, and more like, you know, like drawing and like doing this, but I can't because it's all POVs and it's very hard to do that properly.
잡아야죠. 저 잡아야죠. 개심하거든요. 저거 못 잡네. 이거는
Okay, Yukbing dies on the outside.
페더
Friday.
선수 입장에서 쌍욕
Can't
받아야죠.
see, man. Like, how are these people dying?
이제 언어가 다른 것도 아니고 저거를 네.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna ball diff Jihoon. I feel like with Yakbong. I feel like that's just not gonna happen.
첫탄타는 불리할 것 같았어요. 네,
I feel like that's just not gonna happen.
불리하니까 변수도 납고 변수도 났는데 플로렌스 선수가 변수
Alright, Baha, see ya.
했는데 그 다음에 이제 저 애쉬를 못 잡으면서 뒷라인도 무슨 일이 있었겠죠.
So I like the call from New York, even though it might be hard here to play the Winston. Just play more to their strengths. Like, you're not gonna ball this fucking Jihoon. Might as well try and play to your strengths here. Okay, looks like Eileen's hitting a flank through pool.
하면 질것 같아요. 애쉬를
Again, I said it before, but it's very hard for the Echo to operate here. It's so hard to get on that
막고
Ash.
있죠, 애쉬 몰아내기 전까지. 몰아내나요? 못 몰아내죠. 네.
He's getting hard zones.
저거랑 그냥 이제 하루 종일 섀도우 복싱 하고
Dude, Briggs voice acting and sounds in Korean sounds like some shit you hear like in a fucking Street Fighter game. You know what I mean?
변수가 아니에요. 상대가 자리가 좋기 때문에 당연한 수준이고 이제 페더 선수가 된 게 변수거든요. 네, 왜냐면 이게 진짜 자리를 먹고 있는 상대를
또 반대로 변수가 나왔어요.
이건 변수가 아니에요. 상대가 자리가 좋기 때문에 당연한 수준이고 이제 페더 선수가 된 게.
Backline just gets fucking shredded by a pulse bomb into mines there.
왜냐면 이게 진짜
Feather
자리를
copies
먹고
and
있는 상대를
they got point, but I don't know if I like that copy.
문제가 있는 게 아니라면은 처음으로 변수를 냈어도 상대가 자리를 먹고 있기 때문에
Goodbye, Feather.
쳤다, 펄스 잘했다, 다이브 잘했다 이렇게 볼 수도 있지만 어떻게 보면 당연한 수준입니다.
Goodbye.
네.
Yeah, this is just it's just a good Ash map, man. Sitting an Ash on top of point is just so strong. Yeah, I think Feather realizes he can't really get to the Ash and he can't really operate on Echo because the Ash is free, so he is gonna go Sombra. I'm gonna assume they're gonna force point more.
라는 게 아니면 힘들지 않나.
He's probably gonna leave his locator down there now.
우리가 변수가
Ooh, they jam. This is so good, but I can't really see. They just rush through cage and they grab the back line. That is so good. That's gonna wrap it up.
확률입니다. 확률. 유리한 자리를 먹고 있으면 변수들이 낼 확률이 높아지는 거고.
Does Chengdu had a live scrim? I don't think so.
이렇게 만 게임입니다. 위도 상향 필수.
Flora touches.
비벼도 힘들어요.
네. 사실상
Jihoon just fucking shits down his fucking throat.
그
Is that it?
이게 첫 한타의 선택이 또 끝까지.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna call it there. Looks like the GGs.
살이 제일 재밌고.
Should've with Sombra earlier? Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow. What time are the lads expected to play now?
없으니까 더더욱
I still think our call time is noon for us. Our time?
생각해봅니다. 예.
I don't know. We're supposed. I think it's like noon or 11 EST. I could be wrong, but
이제 한국 시간 기준으로 12시에 이제 제가
time is it right now? It's 1:17. So I'm probably gonna make some food, watch some shows, and then go to bed and shower and clean up and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I don't have anything else. No more content. I need to get off anyways. So I just wanted to review the open scrim, and it was pretty good. I think both teams were evenly matched. I was really happy to learn more about New York, especially their DPS. I think everything else was cut and dry. Like, you're probably gonna see these four all the time. These four players right here, and then these two players are gonna be flexed out a lot. But I learned a lot about the New York DPS. It's a close series, so it's pretty enjoyable.